Good evening, welcome back to Let's Play the Blackwell Epiphany. When we left off last time, we made some progress both with Heather and with Peter Fielding. Peter Fielding, we found his address. Unfortunately, there's a lady living in his house who is not communicative with us. We've got a parole case number for her, but our buddy at the police station couldn't help us out with that, so still working on that one. Heather, we found the bar that she worked at, and the lady who she worked for, Ray, there. So we got a bit of information, but Ray doesn't want to give us her client list. So I think right now, we're going to try talking to Heather, now that we've met Ray, and just see if we can get any information out of her. So, hey there, Heather.
Excuse me, Heather?
Oh, hi. What's up?
So,
Tell me about this Ray character.
oh, come on, we know about Ray.
Ray is really exclusive with the clients we're given. I shouldn't have told you the name.
What was her name? Rachel Menendez?
Well,
like
Heather?
that?
Sure.
I think if it's not going to be in here. If it was really significant, then we'd have, like, a note of it somewhere. Menendez. No. Okay, so that didn't
Excuse
work
me,
out as
Oh,
well as...
hi.
At all as
What's
well as
up?
I'd hoped.
You ever go to the Carth House? Dumpy place in Chelsea.
I don't think so.
No.
Sorry.
That's the lady in Peter Fielding's.
This case number mean anything to you?
I don't think so. Sorry.
We should ask Peter Fielding about it, though. Alright.
Well, Heather?
Sure.
Where's his house? Or gym. Oh, I really want there's a gym card in his house, and I want it, but... Because I think that's going to be, when we get the card, then Rosa can mess with the schedule, and then we'll schedule a personal training session with him, and I think that'll be the way we'll be able to figure something out with his spirit, but...
Hey, Peter?
Hey man, what can I do for you?
Okay, so, yeah, there's a lady in your apartment.
So who's that lady living in your apartment? Girlfriend, maybe?
For the record, I am currently single and happy about it. And I think I'd notice if there was a random woman living in my apartment.
And also, how do you know
Sorry,
my
must have been
address?
the wrong place.
Okay, so...
We found this case number in your apartment. Do you know anything about it?
First of all, no. And second, what were you doing in my apartment?
You know what? Never mind. I'm confusing you with someone else.
Sure, it happens.
Alright. Okay, that didn't work out at all. It's kind of fun conversation, but, yeah. So then...
Well, I'll see you around.
You got it. I'll be here. Right?
Well, what do we want to do, Joey? We're missing something here.
Get over here. I got something to say.
What?
Let's
You
check.
wanna get a few rounds in while we're here?
I'm not exactly dressed for the gym, Joey.
Excuses, excuses.
Yeah.
I get the feeling I didn't grill Heather enough. I should talk to her some more.
Really? Alright. Maybe there's something with the notes. Maybe it's note combining time. What do we got here? So...
If there's a connection.
Yeah, they're not really related. Ray and Heather.
Heather Goffstein. She worked for Ray, and now she's dead. Bingo. The case number is listed in this.
Oh, hey!
It belongs to a Maggie Fielding. It appears she was picked up in the raid on the Carth House. She was brought in for an emergency detox and forced to go into rehab. It lists one known family member, a brother, Peter Fielding.
Alright, Maggie. We're gonna get some information out of you. But while we're right here, we should probably ask Peter about her. Okay, that wasn't... I was actually gonna look for more on Heather, but since we got this... So, Peter,
Hey, Peter?
Hey man, what can
I need to know about
So,
your sister.
did you know your sister is staying in your apartment?
She is. Of course she is. She probably fell off the wagon again. Just stay out of her way.
That's it? Alright, let's go talk to her.
Well, I'll see you around.
You got it.
Oh yeah, and we gotta do something about Tanya Corsi as well. She kind of got totally pushed to the side here. Okay. Miss Maggie, I know who you are.
Ugh, coming. You again?
Mm-hmm.
What is it this time?
You're Peter's sister, Maggie, right?
Sure, fine, you got me.
Why couldn't you just tell me that before?
Because I'm trying to get healthy.
Okay.
Working through the program. Admitting I have a problem. Just like my sponsor says. All that is the first step. I'm still working on the rest. Talking about Peter? That's step 5. I'm not ready. It's nothing personal. I just need to avoid thinking about him for a while.
Alright, that's fair.
And you're doing that by living in his apartment.
Good point, though.
It's just temporary. I have nowhere else to go. And besides, what difference does it make? He's gone. He had a stupid accident, and now he's gone.
That's just it, Maggie. It might not have been an accident.
No. Whatever you're thinking, no. I need this to be over, you understand?
Then we need to talk. You can call your sponsor if you want to.
Screw my sponsor. Let's do this.
Alright. I mean, maybe not. I really don't want to jeopardize
So, talk.
her recovery, but... So...
Could you excuse me for just a sec? My shoe is untied.
Sure, I guess.
Oh yeah.
Thanks.
Smooth move, Rosa.
Smooth.
So,
Why is Peter such a sore subject?
I mean, well,
with
he's a
you?
brother and he's dead.
That's between me and him, or his ghost, or whatever.
It might help to talk about it.
I'm still working through the
Okay.
program. Talking about it is step number 5. I'm not ready for it yet.
Alright.
So, what are you watching?
I don't know, some animated thing. Not normally into cartoons, but the ratings say it's good.
Is it?
I guess. They changed the main character's voice after the first episode, but it's not bad. Keeps my mind off, well, the stuff you keep bringing up.
That can be distracting when the voice acting changes. I see a fair amount of cartoons. I got kids, they watch cartoons. Actually, some cartoons are pretty good. Just recently watched Avatar: The Last Airbender. Really enjoyed that. Recommend it to anyone who enjoys that kind of thing. So then, let's talk about your father.
Could you tell me about your father? He opened the gym, right?
Sure.
Could you tell me anything else about him?
If you want to know about him, you'll have to ask him yourself.
Okay, where does he
Here's
live?
his address.
Oh,
He's
man.
always home.
I was not counting on that. Whoa. That was very forthcoming. Anything
Can't you
else?
tell me anything about your father?
I told you, ask him yourself.
Alright, sounds like maybe another not so great relationship there. Is it jealousy maybe? Maybe he favored Peter because Peter went into the gym thing and then she didn't.
What do you know about Peter's death?
Just what I was told. That he was fixing a light bulb and fell off the ladder. I remember thinking it was a pretty stupid way to go, especially for him.
How do you mean?
Did you know the guy? He was obsessed with health. To die just falling off a ladder? I always thought he'd outlive the
Yeah,
world.
I guess that is pretty random.
Tell me about yourself.
Opening up is step number 5. I am nowhere near ready yet.
Alright. That's probably about it, but
Do you know a woman named Heather Goffstein?
Nope, never heard of her.
do you happen to know anything about the Grace Group?
Have you ever heard of the Grace Group?
What, those circle jerk meetings my brother went to?
Yeah.
You know about it.
Yeah, I know about it. Peter was a mess before he joined that group. If you ask him, he would say it helped him find himself.
Did it?
Who knows? I thought it was a cult. Might have been better if it was.
Why's that?
Look, never mind. Peter found himself. Good for him. I just have to focus on myself.
On the off chance.
Do you know Tanya Corsi?
Well, I know she's on TV. Or was. Didn't she die?
Yeah.
Yes. She was a member of your brother's gym.
Really? You'd think she'd be working out in some fancy spa. Not my brother's crappy place. Wait, are you saying there's a connection?
Maybe.
No, I'm just looking into it.
Huh. Pete and Tanya Corsi. Now there's an image.
Could be.
Do you know a Father Michael Cooper?
Look, I don't need a priest. I don't need to be saved. I just need to get
I
help.
actually wasn't asking.
I'm not asking you to see him.
Yeah.
I'm asking if you know him.
Oh. No, I don't know him.
Have you ever heard the name Benjiro?
Benjiro? No. Sounds Japanese or something.
All right. Tell me about.
How long
you,
was
brother.
Peter working at the gym?
About 20 years? Never thought he'd do it.
Yeah.
Why?
Don't know. He seemed to drift around for a long time. He was a teacher, waiter, construction worker, you name it. Then one day, he decides that taking over Dad's gym is what he has to do. Now the gym is a neighborhood staple. Made it more popular than Dad ever did.
Huh.
Good for him, I guess.
All right.
Do you know a Jim Peebles? He's a producer for the Good Morning Show.
I've watched the show. Never heard of the guy.
And she probably doesn't know anything about
Do
this.
you know anyone named Ray?
I'm sure I might, but I can't think of anyone.
All right. Well, you were actually a huge help, Maggie. Thank you.
Well, I'd better get going.
Sure, you know the way.
So then, Fielding Senior or to the gym now that I have the card? Well, let's talk to his dad.
Wait, this is Greenwood Cemetery.
Well, that was tricky of her.
This tombstone is faded and hard to read.
What about this one? Connor Lawrence Fielding, husband, soldier, father. Maggie.
It's a little structure overlooking the lake.
Can we get over there?
The exit isn't far. If I really need to get out of the snow, I'll just leave. There are a lot of family crypts in this cemetery, some going back 100 years.
What's Joey
Quaint
think?
little thing, I guess. Some family's crypt. It's too chipped and faded to read.
All right. Wasn't expecting that. Interesting. Let's go check out the gym. We could go back and ask Maggie about this, but... Where's his gym? There it is. In we go.
It seems to open with a key.
Okay. Excuse me, Joy. There we are. Now then, what is this on the ground? I want to know what this is a picture of.
There we go. Nobody can say I don't do anything nice.
Alright, what's it a picture of, though? Oh, it's his father. Oh, with some kind of number that might be important. There's our gal Tanya.
Her name is Tanya Corsi.
Alright,
It's a calendar with personal training bookings marked on it.
mess around with it. Oh, I can only mark one? Shoot, I don't remember what day he put us down for. I'll have to talk to him again.
She looks pretty busy.
Don't talk.
She looks pretty busy.
Yeah, I had a feeling she wouldn't interrupt her.
Just watching it makes me feel tired. I don't need to use the locker room. I'm not here to work out. God, no.
The look of horror on her face. Going in the men's locker room. Alright, Joey, you are, though. Alright, Peter?
Hey, Peter?
Let's talk about some
Hey
things.
man, what can I do for you?
So,
I heard about your old man. I'm sorry.
It was over 20 years ago. We all have to move on.
That's my plan, Peter.
alright, so about the training session.
Say, can we reschedule that training session we set up?
Sure, we can do that. Let's go check the calendar outside.
Alright, let's do. Okay, I can't switch person in the midst of this.
Hey, miss, you're dripping water on the floor.
Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
No problem, just be sure to put on sneakers or something if you want to work out. Anyway, let's check the schedule. Are weekends okay? I got this Saturday at 1 p.m. free.
Sure, sounds good.
Great, see you then. Pace yourself, Lisbeth. This isn't a race.
Okay, Saturday at 1, he says. Okay, is this today then? Or am I missing something here? Alright, let's talk about dates again,
Hey,
Peter.
Peter?
Hey man, what can...
Say, can we...
Sure, we can...
There's got to be a specific important date I need to circle on here. Wait, there was something important in January.
Seriously, miss, you can't work out wearing that.
Oh, I'm not here to work out. I'm just looking around.
Huh. Just be careful. I don't want that coat getting caught on any of the machines. Anyway, let's check the schedule. Monday at 3 p.m. is free.
Sure.
Great, see you.
Okay, so then what I need, there was something.
Looking
what was
good,
it?
Lisbeth. You're really improving.
No, not options. Ah, get out of here. Resume. Rose, that's what I want to do. Was it something with Maggie? Was it the letter in her apartment? Shoot. Let's look around a bit. Okay.
Oh, coming. Oh, sure, come on in.
Thank you. So,
Can't you tell me anything about...
I told you.
So your father is dead.
Yep.
Why didn't you just say that instead of sending me to the cemetery?
The only person to visit Dad was Peter, and he can't do that anymore. I figured Dad could use the company.
Really?
No, not really. I told you, there are things I can't talk about yet.
so,
You said Peter visited the cemetery.
Once a year, on the anniversary of Dad's
Okay.
death. Peter was a damn saint.
alright. So we need that anniversary of the death, which I don't remember offhand.
Well,
I need to
I
go
better
look
get
at the
going.
tombstone.
Sure, you know the way.
Alright, it's not going to be anything to do with the probation letter. Okay, it is.
I talk with the dead.
Okay, just look at it then. March 18th. Okay. This is not what I'm not Fielding House, Fielding Gym. Alright.
The month is written at the top in dry erase marker.
Change it.
The month is...
March 18th. There we go. Joey, you're up.
I'll just use...
Ah, go through the door then.
Hey, Peter?
Hey man, what can I do for you?
Well, I need you to reschedule, please.
Say, can we reschedule that training session we set up?
Sure, we...
Alright, this should get a response out of him.
Do you see that lady? She's still here. What's with her?
Been asking myself the same question.
Anyway, let's check the schedule. Huh? Is that the date? Hey, listen, I'm sorry, but there's an appointment I've got to keep. Can we sort this out another day?
Certainly.
Sure, no problem.
Thanks.
After that ghost. There we go. Hey, buddy.
Hey, Peter?
Oh, hey, look, I really want to be left alone right now. We'll talk later, okay?
Sure, no problem.
Okay, Rosa, you give it a try.
Excuse me.
Hey, look,
Ah.
I really want to be left alone right now.
Sorry.
Shoot, I thought we had him.
He needs to be
I
spiritually
know.
aware before I can use this.
Alright, so what then?
I...
Back to Maggie? Not anything here. There must be something else to get out of Maggie, I think. I'm assuming he's just gonna hang out there.
Oh, coming. Oh, sure, come on in.
Okay, so we know he visited the cemetery, but that's not what we need right now.
Can you tell me about your father?
No.
He died over 20 years ago. I don't see how it's relevant to Pete.
Tell me about yourself.
Okay. And we already asked her all of this, so it's none of this stuff. I'm missing something.
Well,
Sure.
Well, he died quite a long time ago. Would Michael know anything about his father? That seems like a bit of a stretch, but maybe. Or, I don't know, can we look up anything about his father here?
Officer Palmer,
Yeah. What can I do for you?
Well,
is there anything in the system about a Connor Fielding? He died about 20 years ago.
Let's see. Our records from back then are a bit spotty, but can't hurt to check. No, nothing comes up, but it's a very common name. Is there anything specific you can tell me about him?
He was in the Army.
Oh, then there might be something in the Veterans Association records.
Aren't those public?
Not everything. But fortunately for you, I can access everything. Okay. Archived records. Connor Fielding. Oh, seriously?
what?
What's wrong?
Idiots. They had no idea how to archive data back then. I can only look them up by service number. You don't know it, do you?
I do actually.
Uh-huh.
It's 070-234-541.
Well, that's handy. Let's see.
It sure is.
Okay, here we go. Connor Fielding. Served in Vietnam from 1966 till 1969. Honorably discharged. Moved with his family to New York a few years later. Huh. That's interesting.
What?
What?
It says here that the police were called to his apartment several times. Reports of raised voices. Possible domestic abuse. No charges were pressed, which is why it wasn't in our police records.
But it's in the military database?
Word gets around. Someone must have noted it in his VA file. Doesn't say much else.
Okay, that's something, though.
Do you have any information on a Maggie Fielding?
Let me check. Maggie Fielding. Yeah, she was picked up in a raid not too long ago.
A raid?
A drug den in Chelsea. Some dump called the Carth House.
I know it.
Yep.
Huh. Of course you do.
Anything else?
Just that she and about a dozen others were sent to the hospital for a detox. They were processed and let go.
That's it?
That's it.
Alright, that's something, though. Okay, let's see if he knows anything.
So you don't know anything else about Ray?
Nope. Sorry.
Okay, and we can't tell him anything about her either. Okay.
Well, I'd better go. Thanks for the help.
Sure.
Okay, so we can try talking to Peter, or we can try talking to Maggie. Let's go with... I feel bad bothering her, really. I mean, obviously, this is some traumatic stuff, but we're going to start with Maggie. I just have a feeling that she's going to be the one to have something more useful to
coming.
say, because Peter just doesn't want to
sure,
be
come on
bothered.
in.
So,
I learned a bit about your father.
You did?
The police were called several times to his house. No charges were made. It's not hard to read between the lines.
Huh. Well, I suppose you know everything now.
yeah.
I don't.
Well,
But I'm
close
trying
to.
to.
I got an idea.
Why? Why do you care so much? What does my father beating the crap out of my mother have to do with how Peter died?
Well, I don't. That's so terrible that she's told me all this information, and then we've gone out on our own and got all this detail about her horrible past history that she's trying to get over and doesn't want to think about, and then to be like, oh, well, I can't tell you. Or I have my reasons. So I guess I would like to explain as much as I can to her. So this is probably the more generous answer. There's something bigger going on.
There's something bigger going on.
That doesn't matter. I can't take on anybody else's problems. I'm barely dealing with my own. I've been trying to forget this crap my whole life, and now I have a chance. I'm not going back to that. I'm sorry. I know you think you have good reasons, but I really need to be alone right now.
Listen.
No, Rosa, we
Please,
need to leave her alone. She's right.
Okay.
We help the dead, and that's a good thing, but we can't lose sight of the living while we're at it.
You have such a way with people.
Thanks,
Are
Joey.
you still here?
Just leaving. Where are you going?
To visit my precious father. Not that it's any of your business. My neighbors are kind of twitchy. You better get out of here before someone calls the cops.
Well, I apologize in advance, because, yeah, I'm going straight to the cemetery, too. So, I'm not hounding you, I promise. I'm not following you on purpose. I'm coming to talk to your brother. Peter?
I shouldn't talk to ghosts with Maggie standing there. This place is spooky enough.
Alright, well, Joey can talk to him.
Hey, Peter?
Oh, hey, look,
No?
Sure.
Okay. We're gonna have to bother. I feel kind of bad about this. We really do need to just back off and leave her alone. I don't want to push her. She's trying to get things lined up. She's on the straight and narrow now. She's following her program. I don't want to be a big emotional turbulence that throws her off. That I'm really sorry, Maggie, but we need to figure out what's going on here.
Maggie,
Huh?
Huh. I had a feeling you'd follow me
I'm
here.
sorry.
I didn't follow you. You got here after I did.
You're not gonna leave me alone, are you?
No.
You know I try and help you whenever I can.
Not until I spill everything.
I've never pressured you to talk to me, Maggie, although God knows maybe I should have.
I'm sorry, but it's important.
Maybe it's because I'm out of that stuffy apartment. Maybe it's because when I'm here, I know he's really gone.
I know. I miss him too.
Talking about it. The fifth step. My sponsor said I didn't have to do them in order. Many people don't. I guess now is as good a time as any.
I'd like that, Maggie. I really would.
So, talk.
So. Yeah, what?
What did Peter do?
Nothing. Everything.
Maggie, what are you talking about?
He took over my dad's gym. made
She wanted it to
successful.
fail.
I hated him for it.
Wait, what? Don't you remember how miserable I was? Drifting from job to job, hating all of them. Running Dad's gym was something I was good at. I thought you'd be happy for me.
It's not about you, Peter.
Didn't Peter have lots of jobs he hated before he started working at the gym? Couldn't you be happy for him?
Happy? Happy that he took my father's name and made it revered?
I don't see the problem here.
I do.
People in the neighborhood love that gym. They come by and say, what a nice old man Connor Fielding
But
was.
he wasn't.
And what a shame he died. And how nice that his son took up his legacy. Legacy. A legacy of bruises and hiding in the dark.
Bruises? What are you
What,
talking
he didn't
about?
know somehow?
You always believed her when she said she was clumsy. It was like some horrible after-school special.
Maggie, you're not saying what I think you're
Oh,
saying.
Peter.
You never knew, did you, Peter? So wrapped up in yourself. You never saw what he was doing.
Why didn't you ever tell me?
Mom hid it from both of us, and I was too scared to say anything. In the end, it was just easier to say nothing and hate you. And now it's too late. For what it's worth, I don't hate you anymore, Peter. But I need to get on with my life. Goodbye, brother.
Goodbye? What do you mean, goodbye?
Sorry, I should go.
Maggie, wait!
Oh,
Maggie! I never knew! I swear, I never knew. I just don't understand.
and that's now he sees it.
Huh?
Yeah, sorry, Peter.
My God.
I'm sorry, Peter.
I remember
Get him the totem.
ladder. It broke. Oh, man. I don't feel so good.
Right. We don't have a lot of time. Peter, I need you to grab a hold of this.
What the heck
Just
is
grab
that
it.
thing?
No time. Just grab. Well, that was close.
Did it work?
Let's get back and find out.
Man, the game is throwing some really tragic stories at us this
Hey,
time.
look who's here. Pete's safe and sound.
Safe as a dead guy can be, anyway.
Sorry, I know this is not exactly the reunion we expected after all this time. But you have no idea. I thought you were... Well, I explained that already.
So, Madeline, you got your spook. What have you learned?
It is interesting. This spirit is experiencing what would be considered nausea in a living person.
It figures. I've never had a stomach virus in my life until I died.
He is being pulled. There is the signature of another spirit at work.
A signature.
Yes, I can see it. It is faint, but I can see
How do we
it.
trace it?
Only the power of this circle is stopping it from gaining a foothold. Unfortunately, it is too faint for me to see anything useful. And we dare not lower the circle. I need to examine another soul. One that is marked like this.
Alright, let's get Heather.
And by another soul, you mean Heather, don't you?
Heather? Is she involved in
Yep.
this?
We all are, Pete. We all are.
This is all too much. First my sister,
Yeah, that's-
now.
It won't be much longer. One way or the other, we'll finish this.
I do feel especially bad for him now. He just came to grips with the realization not only that he's dead, but that his dad, who he's idolized, was actually a horrible, abusive man who beat his mother and beat Peter's mother, that is, and Peter had no clue that whole time, and his sister knew and hated him for it, but never told him, so he had no way of knowing. Like, just horror after horror. And then to learn, like, oh, on top of that, also, because of this thing you were involved in, like, 20 years ago, now there's something that wants to destroy your soul forever. I mean, man, poor guy. But, one soul down. Yes, excited about that. Anything new, Madeline?
Madeline?
Yes, Blackwell.
Nope.
I guess we should get going.
Of course. Keep.
Okay, and I also want to see, now that we've got him here... Aha, yep, less notes. So now we just have to focus on, and sorry Tanya Corsi, I keep forgetting about her. Well, while we've got Peter right here, can we...
Peter?
Oh, hi. Rosangela, was it?
Yeah, that's me.
Mike's been telling me about you. So you've been doing this a while, huh?
I'll bet, yeah.
For about 4 years. These days, it's pretty much all we do.
I don't envy you, but I'm glad.
Thank you. No, I actually wanted to
Do you think
ask
Maggie
you something,
will be
though.
okay?
I hope so. I had no idea it was causing her so much pain. She's my sister. She's family. Maybe that blinded me to the truth. Maybe, with me gone, she can start to get better.
That's really sad, though. I wanted to ask you about Tanya.
Don't worry, Peter. We're getting to the bottom of this.
Thank you. I don't know what else to say.
Father Michael?
Yeah,
Ugh.
I guess we should get going.
Godspeed.
Alright. Well, I think we're going to go ahead and wind the episode down here. Please like and subscribe if you've enjoyed this. Come back, and next time we will figure out how to get Heather in this circle as well. And then hopefully with the two of them there, I really want to know more about this Benjiro character. I'm suspicious that somehow this other... She said there's like the marker on their spirits, another soul trying to whatever. I think it's Benjiro. Like he must have placed some kind of something on them back in their grace meetings all those years ago. And I kind of want to come face to face with him.